I knew you couldn't get enough of our sexy content. Let's have a quickie. Hey, all you sexy souls. It's Mariah back with another Salty Sex Cast Quickie, where I am just going to give you the quick and dirty, nice and condensed, real fast information. But first, I just want to thank you for pushing play, for supporting our message. Really, it goes a long way when folks come back to us and tell us how much their sexual lives have improved because of the show. So I just want to say thank you to all of our listeners, new or well-seasoned. I appreciate it. Also, if this is your first time tuning in, feel free to hit subscribe. I see all you creepers just watching on YouTube or listening on another platform and not subscribing. So it goes a long way when you subscribe to our channel or our podcast show. Want to say thank you. Today, we are going to talk about mindful sex for more pleasure. I am so guilty of just jumping into something because I don't have the time, or I really am looking forward to that big O and forget that sexuality and sexual intimacy is a whole journey. And so I'm looking just straight for that goal in mind of an orgasm and forgetting all of that other flavor and wonderful pleasure that I can have, and with myself or with a partner. And so just tuning into your body, taking a few moments to breathe really deep and set an intention and feel every sensation. So using those five senses can really just tune up and really increase that pleasure. Crazy, I know. Something as simple as just taking a moment to, what does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? What are those other sensations that are happening inside my body? What's warm? Where can I feel the blood flow just increase? And how much more pleasurable that intimate moment can be, just even if it's a few moments. So one thing is just slowing down. It's hard when we are going into maybe a sexual encounter with that goal in mind of an orgasm, but also just really enjoying everything else and all those sensations. Staying inside your body. So if you're unfamiliar with mindfulness, this might be a decently new concept, but it is staying inside your body means trying not to let things, your mind wander, think about the grocery list, the to-do list, whatever it is. Come on, ladies, I'm talking to you. I know our mind can wander so easily. Or even worrying about your partner, and are they liking what I'm doing? Are they noticing that, I have a new smell, or that I wore a different perfume, something like that. But staying inside of that moment, inside your body. So that really means connecting what's happening with your body and all those sensations with what your mind is on. And that can even be saying something inside your mind. I mean, I don't know if you want to say this out loud in bed or even with yourself, but like, ooh, I'm noticing this and I really like that. A lot of times mindfulness is noticing what is happening without judgment. So can you pull away from that judgment and saying, this could be better, or I wish I did this, or something like that, and just noticing, oh, okay, I'm noticing this sensation, is really cool. And it's really interesting when you start just tuning into some of those differences, minute differences that really can support more pleasure. Really being able to tune in mindfully when you're having sex or, solo play, masturbation, whatever you want to call it, can help with a lot of different things. First one is it can actually really help with sexual dysfunction. So, for all of my penis owners out there, who may struggle with early ejaculation or even keeping, a boner, it can be really helpful to stay in the moment and not judge. Again, if you're so worried about, oh no, am I going to come too fast? You might come too fast, but if you're just enjoying it and breathing deep and really allowing those different sensations to take over, can help with a lot of those things that you're maybe worried about. So that's one thing that mindful sex can give. But another one is it can actually be very healing when someone has had maybe some sexual trauma in their life, in their past, where they were checked out or had to mentally, emotionally check out to survive the situation, whether it's a one-time thing or a history of sexual violence. It can be a really healing thing to come to that mindfulness energy and staying in that moment, especially solo play, because it's just you. There's no one else. There's not another partner to perform for or that has expectations for you. It is just you and yourself. And I have had this for I have noticed this improvement for myself, coming from a sexual trauma myself in my past, and it was easy to check out. I could remove myself from my body. I could not really pay attention to what was happening, and then didn't realize that that was kind of an auto thing for myself to just kind of go into this shutdown moment, and that I wasn't really present and I wasn't really enjoying it. Maybe my body looked like it was, or my verbal cues, my, other things were saying I was into it, but I wasn't mentally, emotionally there. And so just taking the time to really be present has totally supported a lot of that healing for me. And it's really helped me connect deeper with myself and with my partner. Being able to have those mindful moments and be very intentional when I'm having sex or even masturbating, I'm able to check in with myself. Oh, I actually just noticed that my mind was wandering, instead of beating myself up for it, because again, non-judgmentally, I just bring myself back to the moment, and it's like, oh yes, I am digging this. Like, let's more of this, please. And it's been a really great thing for me to stay tuned in to my body, because I am really able to check in with what I like and what I don't like, what I want more of, and be able to communicate that with my partner or just file it away for later for myself. So it's a new concept, maybe even a simple concept for mindful sex, but it's one that if we weren't aware of or even intentionally trying to engage with, we're missing out on a whole beautiful world out there. So I hope you enjoyed this little salty quickie, and really encourage you to just take that time to be present fully with deep breaths, noticing sensations, maybe possibly even slowing down, and then trying not to make your orgasm the only goal. Yes, of course, is amazing. But just being there for that moment is really cool. It just turns up that pleasure. You want more of it. You enjoy it, and you're more grateful for it. I'll say the gratitude is totally there. And I love how much I've been able to tune down or turn down the shame and the stigma and even the fear around sex and sexuality for myself, because I've been able to stay inside my body and be very intentional with those moments. Anywho, I just want to say thank you for everyone tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next week for a interview episode. If you don't want to miss any new episodes or want to check out our old ones, feel free to visit us at the saltysexcast.com. And that's just saltysexcast.com, not the Salty Sex Cast. And there's a lot of great things on there. You can get shirts and other merch. And we just love to connect with our listeners. And I just want to say thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks for the quickie. See you next week.